Hello ghosts and ghouls, let's talk about Summerween. Join me for a very low-key, chill July TBR video. I am on my floor, I'm a little bit sickly, so I'm trying to keep it cash, trying to keep it light here, but I am wearing my favorite, my favorite Scream t-shirt. I got this from Spirit Halloween a couple years ago, I think like 2 years ago, and I love it. And my cute little camp counselor red headband, because today we are going to be talking about Summerween reading, and specifically my Summerween TBR. Now, usually I do my my TBR choosing of like general books that I want to read, but if you watched my last video, you saw that I had not the best reading month last time, and so this month I'm going easy on myself. I am letting myself mood read a little bit more. I probably will only be choosing 4 prompts. I might either usually pick 3 or 4, but I also am giving myself the allowance of not having to do the buzzword challenge this month, although I do really love doing it. I honestly don't even have anything in mind for the challenges this month. Their title, it's like a book with an occupation on the title, and then cover, it's like a metallic cover. I don't have anything in mind for either, and I don't want to force myself right now because last month was a little bit of a flop. So we're in a big reading, mood reading vibe right now. Now, the other thing, as you might be able to tell from the intro, is that I will only be choosing, I'm looking at my iPad, but I'll put the graphics somewhere around here. I will only be choosing from my Summerween TBR this whole month for me, except for I'm also filming my mermaid video this month because I did not film as much as I wanted to last month. So it'll be a little bit mermaid thrown in, but mostly all Summerween this month. And that just means horror, thrillers, anything with spooky, eerie vibes, summer camps, carnivals, haunted houses, etc. These are all my jam. I love reading things like this, and I think I've just been craving it. So I'm just letting myself choose from some fun Summerween TBR. Maybe I'll even end up reading things that are not on this list. I am giving myself that grace. The catch is that I'm still gonna try to choose from my prompt jar. Oh, little bunny. I should have got like my little jack-o'-lantern or something, but unfortunately I store all my Halloween stuff in my parents' house, so right now it's my pink bunny still. But the catch is I'm gonna try to choose from my TBR prompt jar still, and that's how I'll choose like the first 3 or maybe 4 books that I'll like prioritize. Although again, I'm doing what I want to do, so I'm probably gonna read whatever I want to read, but these will kind of give me an idea where to start because I have quite a few on this list. So I think it'll still be fun. I'm not sticking to it. I'm not forcing myself to stick to it. I'm kind of trying to be a little more lax for this TBR. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into it and start pulling a prompt. Okay. I also don't have my mic today because, like I said, we're keeping it casual, so you're missing out on the ASMR. Sorry. I'm sure you'll miss it. All right, let's see. Oh my god. Okay, this one's already a book with a 7-word title. Okay, let's see if I have any. Also, if none of my Summerween books on here fit it, I think I'm just gonna skip it for now. We're keeping it easy, so I'll put it back in if it doesn't work. But let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Oh, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I have one. Okay, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I actually have one with exactly 7. So that works out. And that book is The Place Where They Buried Your Heart by Christina Henry. Okay, here is the description. An abandoned house where once upon a time terrible things happened. The children who live on this block are told by their parents to stay away from that house. But of course, children don't listen. Children think it's fun to be scared, to dare each other to go inside. Jesse Kim Pennelly did did what many older sisters do and dared her little brother Paul. But unlike all the other kids who went inside that abandoned house, Paul didn't return. His two friends, Jake and Richie, said that the house ate Paul. Of course, adults didn't believe that. Adults never believe what kids say. They thought someone kidnapped Paul or otherwise hurt him. They thought Paul had disappeared in a way that was ordinary and inexplainable. The disappearance of her little brother broke Jessie's family apart in ways that can never be repaired. Jessie grew up, had a child of her own, kept living on the same street where the house that ate her brother sat, crouched and waiting, and darkness seemed to spread out from that house. A darkness that was alive and hungry. Okay, yay! I'm so excited. I think this is a book I got from this booktuber that I'm really into, that everybody is obsessed with right now for good reason. She's amazing. She did the video where you read it in one sitting, and I know her name and I don't know why it's not coming to me. I'm really bad with names, but I think she talked about this, which is why I added it. And I think she also said, or maybe someone else said, that this is giving like Monster House vibes. I loved Monster House growing up, and I love a haunted house book. I love like a childhood story and then you like go back to the scene of the crime, kind of. So I'm very excited about this. What a great first pull. Oh my god, I'm already so excited for my TBR. Also, actually none of these books are on my physical TBR. Like I said, I'm doing what I want this month, and that is just choosing books that are not on my physical TBR, I guess. All right, let's just go ahead and choose our next one. Oh, I have two. I'll choose this one. A book that includes twins. How the freak am I supposed to tell? I'm gonna put this back. I don't think any of these books have twins. Well, let me just check one thing. I was wrong. Did you see that gasp? I'm gonna try to leave that in unless I look crazy. Okay, this, I would have never known this had I not just read the description of this like last night. But Diavola by Jennifer Marie Thorne has a twin. Okay, oh my god, yay. I'm gonna read the description so you see where it says that. But yeah, okay, let me just get into it. So let's see. Anna has two rules for the annual Pace family destination vacations: tread lightly and survive. If it isn't easy when she's the only one in the family who doesn't quite fit in. Her twin brother, Benny, goes with the flow so much he's practically dissolved. And her older sister, Nicole, is so used to everyone, including her blandly docile husband and her two kids, falling in line, that Anna often ends up in trouble for simply asking a question. Mom seizes every opportunity to question her life choices, and Dad, when not reminding everyone who paid for this vacation, just wants some peace and quiet. The gorgeous remote villa in tiny Monteperso seems like a perfect place to endure so much family togetherness until things start going off the rails. The strange noises at night, the unsettling warnings from the local villagers, and the dark, violent past of the villa itself. Yeah. Oh, wait, this is so exciting. Okay, this is described as vacation horror. Didn't even really know that was a thing until like a year or two ago, but now I am obsessed with that concept. Again, I feel like these are perfect SUMMERWEEN books to me. My little disclaimer really quickly. I don't think SUMMERWEEN, for me personally, is bringing fall into the summer. I don't think it's like about like pumpkins. Me when I said I should have had my pumpkin jug earlier, whatever. But I don't think it's about bringing the pumpkins or the leaves or the orange or anything like that into the summer. I think SUMMERWEEN is its own entity, and that is like summer horror. Like horror that is in a hot setting, or like at a carnival, at a summer camp, at a haunted house, at a vacation, like at a pool, like stuff like that, at a lake. Like that kind of stuff is SUMMERWEEN to me. I don't really want to like do the witches and the like fall vibes in the summer. I want to keep the sanctity of that in the fall personally. So I am very excited about a little vacation horror, and this TBR is already going amazingly. I can't believe I remembered that had a twin in it. I feel like it's probably not going to be like super prevalent. Like it's not going to be like the Shining twins, but still, that counts. Okay, next one. I think we'll do 4 because this is going so well. Okay. I want to show you, but these never focus. You and my nails. Okay, doesn't matter. Anyways, a book with a purple cover. Okay, see, the place where they buried your heart had purple on it. Oh. Wait. Hold your horses. Okay, just checking. Tastes Like Candy by Jessica Lacey kind of has like a purple, but it's I think mainly pink. But I think I think that's Purple on Taurus Season by Bryn Weaver. And okay, this is a fun one because this is a like romance, but I think it's between two killers, I think. Again, it is in like a little beach town. It's literally called Tourist Season, so it's kind of like a vacation horror. So this could be very perfect. Let's read the description together. I think that's purple. Yeah, unless I'm colorblind. Okay, so welcome to Cape Carnage. Visit once, stay forever. You can hide in the furthest reaches of the deepest hell, and I will still drag you out. Even the devil can't save you from me. Jeez. Cape Carnage is a seaside town of colorful houses, quirky shops, and unusually high body count. But with tourists comes trouble, and Harper Sterling won't let anyone ruin her picture-perfect home. A skilled gardener with killer instincts, Harper protects her sanctuary at any cost, especially for her aging mentor with a fading memory. Troublesome tourists don't check out of Carnage. They compost beneath Harper's award-winning flower beds. Harper! But Nolan Rose isn't your average tourist. Devilishly handsome, disarmingly charming, and skilled with a blade, Nolan is relentless in the pursuit of revenge. On every anniversary of the hit-and-run accident that fractured his life, Nolan slays another target, and he saved the best for the undeniably beautiful Harper Starling. The problem? Harper isn't the monster he expected, and she won't go down without a fight. When an amateur true crime investigator comes to Cape Carnage on the trail of a long-lost serial killer, Harper and Nolan strike an uneasy truce. I'm just going to end it there. That's all I need to know. I've been really enjoying cozy horror recently. I read a few other this year that are like serial killer, horror, slasher, murder with like a romance subplot, and I just love that. Call me crazy. Sorry. That might say some things about me. But I think it's fun. It's like the melding of my two favorite genres, which is romance and horror. And this, I think, is going to sounds perfect. Again, it is in the fun little vacation Cape Cod type of town, sounding like. It's also reminding me of Widow's Bay, which, if you've been watching that, I mean, it's the best show of 2026, I think. So we're adding that to the TBR. Another great pick. I'm acting like I didn't personally curate this entire list to be books that I would be really excited about. I'm like, oh my god, another great one. Who did that? It's like me. I did that. Okay. Can you tell how giddy I am? Alright, last one, but maybe we'll pick like an extra just in case. I just love picking from the bowl, you know. Alright. I keep getting kind of longer ones. Well, actually, the last one was kind of short. Oh, this one's short. This one I don't know. A retelling of a classic. I don't know. I have a classic. I have Something Wicked This Way Comes. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to do that prompt. I just don't think any of the books really fit for that one. And I think it'll be a fun prompt to do later on. I just don't want to force it. So we're going to choose another one for the fourth one. Ooh. Okay, this one. Sorry, I had to look at my sheet to see if this would work. But this is the cover art includes a car, truck, boat, or plane. And I have two options on here. I have Scritch Scratch by Lindsay Curie, which is, I think, a YA or middle grade book about a haunted tour that goes through Chicago, which I am a Chicago girly, and I love middle grade and YA, especially spooky middle grade and YA. I feel like they do such a good job of atmosphere and stuff. I think this would be really cute, but my other option is the Haunted Forest Tour, and this is another one. I think her name is Kylie. I think that is who is the booktuber. You probably already know by now because I inserted it earlier, but she also posted about this book like super recently, and I was immediately intrigued. This is supposed to be like a cryptid kind of story about a tour that literally goes through like almost like a zoo for cryptids, I think. I am gonna look up the description, although I think I looked it up and it was kind of like silly and like not really, I feel like, I don't know if it was like the best example or best explanation. but this has a track on it, so I think I will be reading this one. Let me try to find the description. Okay, this says, I'm just gonna read like one sentence, but it says the forest is packed to capacity with dangerous and terrifying creatures of all shapes, sizes, and hunger levels, and you'll get to observe these wonders in complete safety. Howl with a werewolf, gaze into the glowing eyes of a giant spider, look right through a spooky ghost, see horrific monsters you couldn't even imagine only inches away from you. The only thing about this that is making me like double think or like reconsider is that I think it's on Halloween. I think it takes place on Halloween, which again, I don't want the fall vibes, but for now I think it'll be okay. Like I said, I'm gonna be pretty lax about my TBR this month, so if I end up reading it and not liking it, I will not punish myself, because if I want to like keep it for Halloween or something. But okay, so that is my fourth choice, and let's just pick one more just for funsies, and then we'll wrap up. Oh, one fell out. I feel like that's a sign. Let me see. Ooh, a book with a one-word title, which was actually my buzzword challenge for last month, and I think I only have one on here if I can remember. Oh, I also, no, that's a lie. I have a few. Diavola would have counted, but we already chose her. Okay, yeah. The other options are Hunted by Darcy Coates or Hide by Kirsten White. Hunted is I think, like a thriller about like somebody who goes missing in the woods, and then I think her friends or her brother goes into the woods to kind of look for her, and there is obviously something afoot in the forest. Hide is a carnival story, and I think I'm going to choose this one. I think that is probably what is a little bit higher on my like radar to read. Let me get the description and we'll decide from there. Author also has Mr. Magic, which is also really high on my TBR, so maybe I'll get to that this month as well. Okay, this is the description. It says the challenge: spend a week hiding in an abandoned amusement park and don't get caught. The prize: enough money to change everything. Even though everyone is desperate to win, to seize their dream futures, or escape their haunting past, Mac feels sure that she can beat her competition. All she has to do is hide, and she's an expert at that. It's the reason she's alive and her family isn't. But as the people around her begin disappearing one by one, Mac realizes this competition is more sinister than even she imagined, and that together might be the only way to survive. Okay, yeah, I think I'm gonna go with this one. I think this is more the Summerween vibes that I want. So that is gonna be my final choice for this TBR. I am so excited. Again, like, I'm gonna be reading a bunch of like thrillers and horrors this month, and not just the ones I just picked out. So I'm super excited just to get into the Summerween spirit and atmosphere. I love doing anything spooky like year-round. I'm just a spooky horror girl, so I'm glad that Summerween is so recognized these days. Also, if you'd like to see me read these and do some really fun Summerween activities, please stay tuned, because I have quite a few videos coming up in mind that are going to be just doing all the fun Summerween activities, like going to a carnival, maybe going to a horror-themed cafe, watching spooky movies, and of course reading all the spooky books and hearing my thoughts on them. So like I said, if you want to watch those, stay tuned. But that is it for my TBR. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.